For In Motion, I'm Kurt Parker. Penn State's victory in the 2006 Orange Bowl was memorable. It was a return to glory for some and vindication for others. But for Wallace Triplett, a wingback for the Nittany Lions from 1945 to 48, there was a moment of realization that he was part of more than a team. He was part of something special. Wally, along with Denny Hoggard, became the first African Americans to take the field in a varsity game for Penn State. That year was wrought with difficulties for the two, especially when they returned to school for the 1946 campaign and found something that grabbed their attention on the schedule.
Schedules were done differently back then. Now schedules are done 10 years ahead of time, even 5 years ahead of time a few years ago. Now they were put together just practically that year. 45 when he left at the end of the 45 season, Wally had no idea who they were going to play in 46.
We came back to school in 46, and at the bottom of the schedule was the football schedule that hung up over the wall there in our locker room, and at the bottom of it was University of Miami.
And he and Denny brings Denny over, and they said, "Oh, we're going to have a problem." Well, what happened then was that the Daily Collegian picked up on the story and started to write about the fact that why would they want to play Miami, because it's a segregated school, and besides, Miami wouldn't want them to bring their black players.
We started the season, but always was in the back of our minds, what are we going to do about this game? So almost midway through our season, we were getting some fellows who were joking about it and everything, and as though they were going. It began to get serious to the extent of you could noticeably see some of the fellows beginning to question you. What do you think? And this put the bug in my head of, yeah, well, this is not a good thing. We got to make some kind of a decision of what we're going to do. They called a meeting to resolve this among the players. And that's when the surprise of my life came.
They took an open hand vote. The hands slowly went up, and enough hands went up that finally someone hollered, let's make it unanimous. So they all made it unanimous, and they walked out of there and they canceled the game. They got a hold of the dean of the athletic department and officially canceled the game in Miami. Now, that was a big, big step in the civil rights movement. Hardly anybody knows that story.
That team went on next year to an undefeated season with a berth in the Cotton Bowl while setting a record for scoring defense by only allowing 27 points during the regular season. But the achievements for this team exceeded anything that could be written in a record book.
All these things that had happened to kind of bring us together. Like I said, because from now on I understood these older guys who had come back from the war and the things that they had been through, and they were standing up for it.
It came down to they're part of our team, and we're a team, and they can play as well as anyone else, and why deny them just because of the color of their skin? We're in this together. We're a football team.
For In Motion, I'm Kurt Parker.